Mr. Prada 456. Terion Thomas, better known as Mr. Parda, was quite a large TikToker with over 4 million followers. He gained popularity due to his relatable content. He was also known as a comedian by his followers. But quite recently, on October 2nd, he was arrested in Dallas, Texas for murdering his therapist, William Nicholas Abraham. According to the police, Terion had wrapped William's body in a tarp and dumped the body near a state highway. They had also found out Terion had stolen a vehicle, which was believed to be William's car. Terion's arrest spread around social media, which caused speculation as to why he killed his therapist. Some believed it to be a mental health issue, while others believed the therapist sexually assaulted Terion. This statement seemed to garner more weight because it turns out William was accused of sexually assaulting an 11-year-old client during a therapy session back in 2015. So people began to believe that 11-year-old was Terion. But during my research, it turns out the 11-year-old was not Terion. However, the charges against William were dropped due to lack of evidence. When people began finding out William was accused of sexually assaulting an 11-year-old, they believed Terion Thomas should be let free due to William's action. But others believed Terion should stay in jail, and murdering William, even though he was accused of SAing, isn't justified to free Terion. But ultimately, Terion was charged with first-degree murder. His TikTok account is still up, and it seems like people are commenting about this situation. D. Kane. D. Kane is a TikToker with 1.7 million followers on TikTok. He would gain followers by the help of Lalo on TikTok. But all the help from Lalo wasn't worth it, because it seems like D. Kane's career is going downhill. But let me give you a brief backstory of who D. Kane is. D. Kane is a TikToker who would post videos of himself with random music playing in the background, but he would face backlash for looking exactly like Ricky, who is another big creator on TikTok. He would also get backlash for being a fake gang member. People would ultimately clown on him, which led him to TikTok Live, where he would stream himself chatting with other people, especially Lalo, since he was the one that made him go viral. But all his virality would go downhill because he was caught dating someone who was not of age. This information was exposed by D. Kane's exes, who were interviewed by Bachito, who was a big creator on TikTok.
So let's start here. D. Kane is how old by chance?
23.
Okay, Mr. Confuso, 23. And then by chance, how old are you looking at right now?
Y'all, let's just put it like 17? I'm about to be 18. Okay.
Damn. Okay. So let me say this, because some girls sometimes like to lie. So was Mr. Confuso about your age?
No, that was never. People keep saying that. No, I literally asked him how old he was, and he was like, go look at my famous birthday. So I did, and then it said 20. I was like, you're 20. I was like, I'm 16. He was like, okay, that doesn't matter.
Not only was D. Kane hitting up little girls, but it seemed like he would also be aggressive towards these girls and go as far as to hit them. This same aggression from D. Kane would also lead on to his grandparents, where he would beat them as well.
He beats not only on females, he beats on his grandparents actually too. His grandma.
The abuelitos?
Yeah, those charges, he says, look at my charges. 2 of those charges are from his grandma and his grandpa for stabbing them.
I'm not showing that, but this is just proof that cops were involved. So y'all know.
Damn.
So yes, I look embarrassing and I have to sit on a windowsill because he's not letting me leave and his grandparents aren't here. Tell them how you just laid your hands on me right there.
I did. Show me the bruises.
My fucking jacket's on.
But if you had bruises, wouldn't you want to show them? If you had bruises, wouldn't you want to show them to the camera? Because your legs look fine.
I wanted you to do it the right way.
Your legs look fine.
You can grab my legs, bro. You grab me by my arm.
Oh, so if you had bruises, wouldn't you want to show them to the camera?
But I'm not taking off my jacket because I have a bra on. I have a bra on.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Instead of recording me, you could call the cops and we can get this settled.
I'm not going to. I don't need the cops.
Somebody call the cops!
Alright, yeah, don't be yelling like that.
Somebody call the cops! Somebody call the cops!
After Pachito gathered all the information about D. Kane, he decided to interview him on TikTok Live.
Times.
Okay, that's fine. But you're not worried about asking a girl for pata pics when she was.
I'm not, because I know what I am. I know I'm big. Everybody wants clout from me. You're not.
Okay, give me a second here.
You're not finna play it like that.
Okay, give me a second here. You showed her name, right? That's your ex's name?
I don't know what that is.
Right there? What does it say right there? And what does the date say right there?
What about it?
What about it? She's a high schooler, gang.
What about me saying that I stopped talking to her? Did you listen to what I said?
Next person. Let's continue right here. Next person, right? You calling this girl right here a wifey, right? She's 51 backwards. Oh, hold on. We'll go to Exhibit C.
Wait, go back to it. Go back to it. Go back to it.
Right here.
Go back to it.
Exhibit C.
Go back to it.
The white toe's doing it for me.
Yeah, where does she say her age in that? Where does she say her age?
61 backwards.
Where does she say her age? Where does she say her age?
Why are you asking a girl for
Where does she say her age?
Listen, little bro. I'm answer.
And go back to the other screenshot too. Go back to the other one. Go back to the other one.
Why are you asking this girl for
Go back to the other one.
You don't even know her age.
Go back to the other one.
Hold on, Exhibit D.
Go back to the other one.
That's your contact?
Go back to the other two.
All right, I'm 17. You said you're 17,
Go back to the
bro.
other two. What does this prove?
You lied to a girl saying you're 71 backwards, lil' bro.
After this interview, people began clowning on D. Kane even more. They would call him out for being a pedo on his own TikTok page. This would bleed onto other social media platforms such as Instagram, where they would also call him a pedo on his page. D. Kane's TikTok page is still up and running, and it seems like he isn't posting frequently. His last post was on October 18. Smart Schoolboy 9. Smart Schoolboy 9 was a TikTok account that recently got deleted by the user. The TikTok account would post uncanny videos about himself in a school uniform. But this was a 50-year-old man who goes by David. He would wear a school uniform and act like a child in front of the camera. It's unsure why he's doing this, but most people speculate it to be some sort of fetish he loves doing. This seems understandable since he has been doing this for over 30 years now, which is honestly crazy to think about. It's like he wants to dress like this and be a kid forever. And it turns out not only was he posting on TikTok, he had also been posting on Facebook and Instagram, which both accounts are deleted. He would post a photo either of himself or random kids. This seems bizarre to me because he would also add comments on other people's posts, mainly kids. It's pretty obvious by now this man likes little kids and also likes dressing up as one. It's his way of pleasuring himself. But in recent months, he has been deleting all his accounts due to the virality. And sadly, we have no clue who this person is. All we know is his obsession with little kids. There have been investigations on this person by the internet, but it seems like the other parts of the internet aren't really taking this seriously and just see this as a troll. But his TikTok has been deleted, including all his other socials. However, there have been archives of his account, but it seems like this person has left the internet or just taken a break and wait for things to die down so he could do this all over again. Jin Kid. Jin the Kid, or Elia Bulabon, was a TikTok star who would mainly be famous for his voice impressions, Scarface being the most popular one.
This is my voice, one day after watching Scarface. It's a pretty good film, I love it. It's a little extreme at some points, but great film. This is my voice, 1 week after watching Scarface. No. Fuck! 1 month watching Scarface. The greatest movie I ever seen in my life. You're not gonna find a better movie. Coño, the guy from Blockbuster. He keeps saying I have to return the DVD. You're not gonna get it back, man.
He had almost 1 million followers on his TikTok back in 2021, but his TikTok account would ultimately get suspended due to his actions. He had killed his wife Anna because he had thought Anna was talking to another man. He believed the man was having an affair with Anna. Ali, furious about this, shot both Anna and the man, who was soon identified as Rayburn Barron. It turns out Ali had downloaded an app on his daughter's iPad to listen to Anna during her conversation with Rayburn. After killing both Anna and Rayburn, Ali confessed the murder to his mother, even showing her pictures of both Anna and Rayburn's lifeless bodies. But he finally confessed his murder to the authorities, which led to him being arrested. It turns out Ali Abulaban was always violent towards his wife, even when they first met each other. He even admitted hitting his wife in court.
There were times later in your relationship where you put your hands on Anna, is that right?
Yes.
There were times that you punched her?
Yes.
There were times that you pushed her?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
There were times that you maybe shoved her?
Yes.
In May of 2024, he was convicted of 2 counts of first-degree murder, but ultimately he was faced with a life sentence on September 6, 2024.
I've watched him here during all of this time. He's a very talented actor. He is a very talented actor. When I saw the Scarface videos, it's as if when he committed these crimes, he became that persona of Scarface, of just the cold-blooded killing without remorse. Any tears that he's cried in this courtroom have been for himself. They are not for Ray and Anna. It's just, that's the reality. He fears the consequences, as he should, of his actions. But as he sits here today, I don't know if he's really sorry. I have serious reservations about it. I know he's sorry about the consequences of going to prison for the rest of his life. But I can't say that I think he's sorry for having killed these 2 innocent human beings. He's a very selfish person, as I think the jury saw. That was something that his character kind of came through, and we ask, who is Ali Abulaban? That's who he is. He's somebody that is only thinking about himself, and the idea of killing 2 innocent people doesn't disturb him. He will die in prison. He will never be a free man. He will take his last breath there. Please, in this matter, the defendant on count 1 will be sentenced to life without the possibility of probation via Penal Code Section 1190.2, Parent A, Parent 3. Consecutive to that will be 25 years to life on the gun enhancement under Penal Code Section 12022.53.
Resilient Jenkins. The Resilient Jenkins is a TikTok page run by Steph and Andrew. They would post videos about their kids and themselves. They have around 4 children and a couple of cats. However, it seems like Steph and Andrew aren't properly taking care of their kids or their living conditions, and the people on TikTok are catching on to that. The parents would let the kids sleep on the living room floor while both Steph and Andrew sleep on an actual bedroom with a TV and a PlayStation 5. The reason I brought that up is because the family claims to be broke and can't afford any beds for the kids. And it seems like the father is looking for certain jobs that aren't W-2. He's doing this because he doesn't want the money to go to child support. He has more than 1 son, and this was exposed by Arletta, who was Andrew's ex-wife. She had found out about Andrew and what he was doing, so she addressed it on her TikTok page.
Hi. Since we're on here speaking about the resilient Jenkins. Actually, he has more than one son. Hi, I'm the first baby mama. I'm absolutely embarrassed the fact that that's my sperm donor. That man, that everybody's saying they have two loving parents, walked out of his son's life when he was 2. Okay, hasn't seen his son since he was 5, and that's because I reached out to him to come to his kindergarten graduation, and at the time he only had one child, which was the little black boy you guys see in his videos. That's my oldest's little brother. So no, they didn't meet when he had one child. He probably has more. He hasn't paid child support, but he has a PS5. I feel bad for those kids. I literally feel bad for my child's siblings, sad to say, that they have to sleep on the floor. And that man has not changed. Even his son asked, Mommy, I just want to know my dad. Why can't I see my dad? Mind y'all, when that happened, I reached out to him. He read the message, never replied. So for people that are saying like, oh, they're in a 1-bedroom apartment there with 2 loving parents. No, that's not love. You don't put your kids on the floor. You're going viral. For what? And then you continue to make more babies, and you couldn't even take care of the first one that you had. He don't even know you, but he wanted to know you. You don't even know how great of a kid you got. And I'm so blessed that he doesn't have to worry about being in that situation. He would never have to be there. But what I am sad for is he's never gonna know his siblings. And the way Portland is so small, no telling if he would ever run into his siblings when he gets older and not even know it. I have to protect my baby, y'all. I can't even let him see this. He don't have no phone, but I'm sure there'll be somebody out there that can, and he'll see it. Yeah, Andrew. I hope you showed up to your court case for your child support. That was on October 2nd. It is October 29th. See, she said in her live earlier that God has been blessing them. No, baby. God ain't blessing you. Andrew's karma is about to do a 360. And while the Oregon's been looking for you, Andrew Alexander Jenkins, all the shit you've been doing, literally all the shit you've been doing, is going to come back tenfold.
After this video was posted, both Steph and Andrew gave out an awful response.
Well, it's not.
I guess a public response, kind of.
Yeah, our public response.
Cool. What should we address first?
Let's address the child support thing.
Child support. Okay. The child support and child. I have the one other child, Anthony. I've been paying child support via garnishments ever since I can remember. And I worked at W-2 since I was 18, 19. Worked nights.
multiple jobs, never made above 22 an hour, anything. It's what my workload didn't equal out what I felt to what I was getting paid, deserved to get paid, especially how fast I was picking things up and how hard I was working. And there wasn't any complaints.
This man has done everything he can to provide.
The child support thing, I don't know what to tell anybody. I've been paying for years via garnishment. They've taken out 9-10 grand from taxes, and I let them. I didn't fight any of it. If the other party hasn't received it, that is not on me. I don't have any of that money. I think I owe $6,000 is all I owe, which most of that got taken care of last year.
They want to know why you're not involved in stuff.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
I don't need to explain why. I don't need to explain everything. I've been judged all my life. I'm just letting them know they think the child support's one thing, and this is if they believe people are going to believe one side or the other. That's entirely up to whoever watches or listens to this. And people say, yes, get a W-2. I would love to get a W-2 that paid me decent.
Soon after, Arlitza would respond to them again with actual proof.
So, you wanna know what's funny, y'all? This is the recent affidavit I received, right? So if you've been paying what you said you've been paying, Andrew, why do they need this? Did you do it? Did you do it? Oh yeah, Stephanie, do you want me to do you want me to send you the message that I sent you back in August with the affidavit? You f***ing cluck. Do you? Oh, Andrew, do you want me to go back to my messenger? To my messenger. Do you want me to go back to my messenger? I could pull up all. I don't care how many jobs you had. You never stayed at one. And when he was getting a little itty bitty bit, he wasn't getting much. I remember getting in my account that from the state of Oregon, they sent me 5 cents. They sent me 5 cents. You ain't paid much. Sit up there with that. You got me up. I will air your shit. Air your shit. You got me up. I got receipts. I have every court document that has been sent to me. This is my recent one. Did you show up? Sit up there stuttering like a motherfucker. You can't even get your story straight. You stupid. You pissed me the f*** off. You done set me off. Now I'm unhinged. Got me f***ed up. Want to sit there and play stupid. You sit up there in that ass apartment. Don't ever forget when you did see my son when he was about 6 or 10 months old, and you took him to some random house, and she was up in there. She lived like a hoarder, and I took you outside politely, nigga. Don't sit up there and don't play me. I took you outside politely, nigga, and I said, don't let you ever have my baby in a dirty ass house. He was about 6 or 10 months old when that shit happened, nigga. You want to play with me? I told you, don't play with me, Andrew. You know I don't play with me, Andrew. I will air your shit out. Air it the out. I ain't doing no clout. I don't have to worry about it. I'm a normal ass human being. I'm a normal ass human being. I work. I do my nails. I work. I'm a caregiver. I take care of my oldest. I take care of my stepson when we have him. And I have my baby who will be 6. I ain't got time for no clown. I ain't got to chase nothing. I ain't got to chase nothing after you motherfucker. But I will expose you, Andrew, because you ain't done shit. The last time I got a giant-ass payout from the state of Oregon, because it didn't come from you, and the pieces of taxes that I did get, that was back in 2017, nigga. It's 2024. You f***ing cluck. Now speak on that.
After this video, it seems like the resilient Yankees haven't had any response, but the second response Arlitza posted seemed to go pretty viral with 1.8 million views, which led to the resilient getting more backlash from the audience. But to summarize this whole thing up, both Steph and Andrew are using their kids and their current living conditions to gain popularity. They are even begging people to follow them on TikTok. Keep in mind, instead of trying to get popularity and get money off of social media, they could also be working to support their kids and themselves. If they could buy a PS5, then I don't see how they can't afford a bunk bed from sites like Amazon. They had to have some strangers donate bunk beds for their kids. But that's the resilient Jenkins, two couples who can't take care of their kids and beg the internet for help so they can get more kids. The account is still up to date and they are still posting about their lives.